Communication is more than just the exchange of messages. In fact, communication is often more complex than it first appears. It is so complex that there are over 176 definitions of communication. This assignment is designed to help you increase your understanding of what communication is and explore its characteristics. For this presentation, you can work individually or with a partner. If you decide to work with a partner, please send a Canvas inbox message to Corey Purcell so she knows your intention. The directions for this assignment involve creating a slideshow. For your audiovisual presentation, select 3 of the characteristics of communication to study further. These are the characteristics of communication. Communication is symbolic, requires meaning, is cultural, is relational, involves frames, is both presentational and representational, and is a transaction. To start off your presentation, begin by sharing your definition of communication. Next, identify and explain the 3 communication characteristics that you selected. Be sure to include real-life examples as well as your research. It'll be important for you to cite your textbook and at least 2 additional sources as you're explaining these communication characteristics. Lastly, end your speech by identifying at least 3 of your most valuable communication skills that you depend on to ensure effective communication in a variety of settings. And also, share at least 3 communication skills or strategies that you intend to improve this semester. Your speech will be a 3 to 5 minute audiovisual presentation that includes both a visual slideshow and an audio recording of your speech. The visual slideshow should include a title slide that includes the title of your speech as well as your name and the date. And additional slides will correspond to your introduction, main ideas, and your conclusion. When you're designing your slides, be sure to include both images and text as well as your in-text citations. The last slide after your conclusion should be an APA formatted reference. You can create your slideshow using a variety of software. You can use PowerPoint, you could use Prezi, you could use Keynote, any sort of slideshow software. It's really up to you. And in addition, you prepare your slideshow with a technology that allows you to include your audio recording of your speech. Screencast-O-Matic is a great tool for that. You can also add audio files onto each slide of your PowerPoint. There are many ways to do this, and I encourage you to be creative and explore some new tools. The audio component of your presentation should be prepared by writing a speech outline. Your outline should include an introduction that includes your thesis and purpose statement. You'll also want to include the body of your speech. And in the body of your speech, just like the body of a paper, you would include your main ideas and support your main ideas with your research as well as stories from your personal experience. The next thing you'd want to include in your outline is a conclusion. In your conclusion, you'll want to reflect on your main points and give any insights that you gained as a result of your analysis and completing this assignment. And you'll also want to include, last but not least, your APA formatted reference list. This outline will help you to deliver the audio component of your audiovisual presentation. It doesn't need to be written in full sentences, but you will need to turn it in. To summarize, you will need to submit your speech outline. Again, your outline will include an introduction, body, conclusion, as well as an APA formatted reference list and in-text citations. Your APA formatted reference list will need to include at least 3 sources. Be sure that they're credible and do your best to practice using your sources ethically. You will also need to submit a 3 to 5 minute long audio-visual presentation. And this is a visual slideshow that includes audio recording of your voice as you move through your slides. If you scroll down through the directions, you'll find several additional resources that we've included to help you to be successful with this first audio-visual assignment. So you'll notice that there are a couple of samples from students who've taken this class previously. It's important to note they're not perfect. When you're watching them, you will note some errors, but they are well done. So there's an example of a student using Screencast-O-Matic and another example of a student who added audio to each slide of her PowerPoint. There's additional resources in addition to the samples. So I've included the National Communication Association website. There's instructions for using APA. Here's a link to the library, the DACC library, to help you begin your research and find more academic sources. And if you're new to using any of these audiovisual softwares, here's a series of tutorials to help you to learn how to use Screencast-O-Matic, which is the tool that I use to record these directions. And there's also a link for a tutorial for how to add audio to your PowerPoint presentation. I am excited to see your presentations. I will be sure to give you feedback within a few weeks after you submit your work. I will do my best to get feedback to you as soon as possible because I imagine you'll be looking forward to seeing your grade and to also seeing ideas and coaching strategies for you to improve for your next audiovisual presentation. At the very end of the directions for this assignment, you will see how I will be grading your presentation. So this assignment's worth 50 points. 24 points you will earn by addressing the purpose of this assignment, 16 points for addressing the format, and 10 points for mechanics and style. And again, that rubric is included at the very end of the assignment. So please take a look at it. It can be a helpful checklist to know if you're fully prepared and have completed the assignment to the best of your ability. Remember, you've got this. You can do it. If you have any questions or concerns about this assignment, please do not hesitate to send us an inbox message through Canvas. We are here to support you, and we know you can be successful.